Well, hello. This is Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and I come live every Thursday here on Facebook at 6:30 p.m. And so if you are catching me live, please do comment. It is so much more fun to do together than me talking to myself. So I love Facebook Live for that reason, is that we get to participate, and it's always so much fun later to see who's even catching the replay, or if you're catching me later on YouTube. Yeah, and if you're new to me, then let me know where you're from. And I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Vancouver Island, Canada. So tonight, there is Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Tonight, I'm going to show you one of the fast and easy ones that I did for the market. Hello, Vicky. Hi again. We just saw Vicky at the Midnight Madness. We made it back home before the weather gets mad. But anyway, this is a really cute little idea that the little hot chocolates, and I'm going to show you how to make it for the other size as well. These are the variety packs. I know you can get these at Costco and grocery stores. They're quite common. And you can see how nicely they fit inside. And you could, stick a little note card or something inside as well. And I'm going to show you how to make those, but I know also, is it Nestle and Carnation make one a little bit bigger? And I'm going to show you how to do both of them. And all you need is, believe it or not, got to stay there, is a piece of paper, 6x6. That's all we need. Now, when you're looking at 6x6, make sure that it is not a directional, because that does make it a little bit more difficult and sometimes impossible. And I'm going to show you, because I was going to make one with these nice stockings, but here is what ends up happening. Well, that doesn't look so good. So again, don't learn from my mistakes. Don't do a directional. I thought this one I might be able to do this way, because the bigger hot cocoa packs fit inside of there, and that wouldn't be too bad on the outside. But that is something to remember. And I am going to use this particular one, which is from that same set, but I think we're a little safer when we use this particular one. So 6x6. The other thing that you need is a scoreboard. Now you could do it with your cutter. You just may have to position it a little bit differently. But I did something very bold, is I made a black line on my scoreboard. Yay! But I'll tell you, without that, I was having a lot of trouble because, and actually, I'm going to go this way, because what it is you have to line up this corner with this corner. And to try to do it on these lines, ooh, it was just making me go bug-eyed. So that didn't work so well. So what I would recommend is that you do this, and the mark is at 4 1/4. So if you do 4 1/4, that's where you want it to line up. That is not where you're going to score. Now you can see I have put black on two different ones here, and these ones are the regular colors. So the the other one, the ones on the end, is the one that you need for the bigger size, I believe it is, and then the smaller size. So we are going to, which one should we try it at? So let's actually just get this straight. This is at 2 1/4, and this one, what is that measurement? I need my fancy ruler. So this is basically, that's not exactly that. 2 5/8. Yeah. Now you could do these and then flip it, Or if you just want to basically have it the same distance. So whatever um, you are doing, you always have to make sure you're centering these on this line, and then you're going to be okay. So let's start here with the 2 1/4. And again, it's hard to see where, like, don't start guessing. You just take your score and just go right down. So we're going to go like that, and then we're going to go here. Okay, now this way we're going to do the same way. So just so we're checking, you see there's 2 score lines here. Now we are going to flip it one way. And again, we're going to match here and here. And we're only going to do one side on this side. Okay, I'm going to put this down for just a minute. Hello, Jenny. There she is. Now, depending on the print, it can be a little bit harder to actually see. And I find that sometimes it's handy just to, because we do have to make a little bit of a cut, but I find that if you do that, then it does make it easier. Now, if you can see here, there is a ton. This is the bigger hot cocoa pack. So I'm just going to Hey, there's Marjorie. Hello, Marjorie. You caught me live again this time. Yay. Okay, so with the bigger one, you have a smaller notch. Okay, and so basically you can see how this would fit our bigger one. Now, before we do any gluing or adhesive, I am using, because we don't have a current corner rounder. So I am going to just use this one. And you have to make sure you're getting that in right. So I'm just going to round. Technically, you could do the top only, but I kind of like the looks of it going all the way around. So we're just going to punch each corner. So just like this. Get that in there. Make sure you got it right. Okay. So now we have all these like that. And you can see by doing it that way, it looks like a proper envelope. And it looks much tidier if you do it that way. So to do this now, I find the glue would work. Absolutely, the Tombow glue. I find that it takes a little bit too long to place in there. And come to think of it, where did I put it? I don't have the Nestle, but you are going to need a hot cocoa pack just before, and I'll show you why. So just make sure you have it handy before we do all the final. Okay, so what we're going to do here, this one's a little bit bigger. Okay, so we want to take on the bottom flap. Okay, we're going to put this down here. Oops, not sticking over. Okay, so now we're going to lift that up. I find that the smaller one is actually a little bit easier because you have a little bit more room to adhere, but it just depends on what cocoa packs you get. So my fingers don't want to work. There we go. Okay, so now we need just a teeny little spot and probably the glue. If I was wanting this a little bit easier at home and didn't have to do this live, I would probably just use a little bit of glue. Now I'm going to have it stick over because it is, like I said, on the big one, you really have such a little tiny spot. And my fingers don't want to work. Of course, I trimmed my nails and now it doesn't even want to come off. There we go. And so you can see I have a little piece sticking out. I just flipped that right back. So this is now where we want to take this. Where did I put it? Oops, I got it going the wrong way. So this here, we want those to attach. Okay, and now we need, nope, we got it. So see how that's held together in the middle? Okay, now we're going to fold this down. Now this size does not matter so much. It does tend to be easy enough to then stick your, oh, there is Kathy. Hello, Kathy. This one doesn't seem to be as difficult. Now I'm going to show you another one. We're going to score it again. So this particular one is, I forgot to say, this is from Sentimental Christmas. And this particular one is actually one that is online. And I love it because look at the gingerbread. You know me, everything gingerbread. I love it. So this time we're going to go smaller. So this is now, what did we say? That was 2 5/8. And this one is 5 7/8. All these tricky math. So now, so you can see I have made them different. These are black and I made these ones a different color. So you start up here, go all the way down, same thing here. And now you're going to go all the way down, rotate once, match up here again and here. And always double check the top, see it because it slides. Okay, and now we're going to just go one time. So again, the smaller one, we're going to go across. Okay, let's put this down. Uh-oh, did I do something? I must have pressed on a pressed on the wrong button. Okay, now this one is a little bit easier to see. And so what we want to do here is, and that's why I said this one you will have a little bit more of a notch. Amazing how just little, but how much bigger of a notch it is. So we want this one and this one. Okay. Now, again, is where we want to take the corner rounder. Make sure we get the right corner. This one, I don't know, it just looks more tidy if you do all of them, but it's the one that really shows is the one, of course, at the top. Okay, one more. Put that in there like that. Get that in there? Yep. Okay, let's put these off to this side. Okay, so here again, that's a very different color. And yes, it would be a good idea to use your bone folder just to really burnish those edges. Okay, so you can see this is much smaller now, the way we have done this. So you can see we're not just touching the little bit in the corner. Now you have quite a bit more space. But this is where it's important to take your hot cocoa pack and don't leave all the chocolate at the bottom because it will be, of course, more fat at that end. But you're just going to kind of even it off and put it inside just so you can now see, and I'll show you how to do that. So right now, we're just going to do two things. We're going to put a little bit here on the corner. And like I said, if I was doing this and not live, I probably would use the Tombow glue. But, so actually I'm going to take that out just for a minute, just to do this corner. This corner is not so particular. You like that paper, Jenny? Yeah, that's the one that has the real old-fashioned St. Nicholas also on it. But of course, this is my favorite. Come on. Okay, so again, put the hot cocoa, make sure we're going the right way. Make sure the hot cocoa is even, okay? And now, oh, and there's a little piece sticking out. We don't want that sticking onto our hot cocoa pack. Okay, and now you're going to go over, and now you can see how you're making it a little bit round because you are getting it right where it needs to be. Okay, and now I'm going to lift that up just a smidge. Okay, is that going to, yep. Okay, so now we need to put the tape on all these edges here. So we're going to put a piece here and a piece. Of course, now I can't find the end. So basically, think about the papers that you have at home. I have a few other ones I want to show you as giving you ideas. So the one that you saw on the very intro and also on that poster that I had telling you what we were going to do, I had actually used older paper that we had with the cute little penguins and the Arctic friends. They are just so cute. So if you still have some of that paper, we know that that really works really well. And we just tried one with the Sentimental Christmas. And I've forgotten the name. Let's look at the name. This one is called Tradition Saint Nick. So this is the one that has the beautiful old-fashioned kind of pictures. There's the St. Nicholas, there's the holly, and there's stockings. So this is actually 12 by 12, and it is only available online. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put this, and this is pretty important to make sure that you got it pretty much covered, because if you don't, then it will have little peekaboo little holes that will stick out. So we don't want that. So we're going to take this off like this. Okay, now we got all our pieces. So again, our hot cocoa is in there. And now we're going to take it from the bottom, and I tend to, let's put this up so you can see. I tend to put this up a bit so that you can kind of push it down with your hand, and then you're going to go down. And I tend to go here first and then to the sides. And because of the fact that you did it with the hot cocoa pack, you can see that even though it's small, it fits in there really, really nicely. And where did I put my tray? Here. Some of the other ones that I had made. There's the one with that cute. So you could also add a candy cane in your pouch as well, and that would fit in there nicely as well. And this is then where you would just then decorate. As you can see, I've used the little train paper that we used to have. So those are some of the older ones. And here we have these two. Now, what I thought would be cute with these ones would be if, oh, I got another one here. And this one I matched with the After Eight. It fit really well with that nice green paper. This one is our reindeer paper. And I fussy cut that deer out and put him on a circle. And these ones I just adhered right to the center, including that little penguin. Isn't it cute? Okay, so those are those guys. But I thought this one would be really fun to use a hot cocoa, since it kind of looks like hot cocoa. So let's take out these two. And I'm going to take out my Memento ink, which is right here, and my block. Okay. And we're going to stamp the cocoa cup. I'm just going to do one. I just going to give you the idea, but it would definitely work with both of these papers. Okay. So we got that. So let's move those guys out of the way. Close this up before we get any ink on there. Yeah. Okay, so now to color. So I was thinking of this particular one. This color in here is the pecan pie. So we are going to open this one up. And let's see. We're going to do, what should we do? Should we do it darker here? Yeah, why not? I'm going to do, which one's dark? This one is the light. So I'm going to go all the way across. Probably should be using the bold. This is a little bigger than I thought. Am I still in screen? Nope. Okay, now we're going to take this. So I have a whole bunch of other examples because I'm going to give you lots of ideas. I did sell these at the market, but I am also going to use them with Freddie as little thank you gifts for his staff at his program. So it just makes a nice, easy way to give multiple. Dark. Okay. Now we're going to, let's cut this out. So I'm going to use my little boho blue. And I guess we need the dies. That would help, wouldn't it? Got out the stamp and didn't get out the dies. I love this set just because it's just so many different ways that you can use it. They have so many different dies in there. Okay, now do I need to? I think they might stay in place. Let's have a look. Will we be in luck, ladies? Or am I taking a chance? Let's see. If we put this down, am I going to have success? It looks like it's not moving. Okay. Let's see. Let's go through. Oh, that other one is moving. You know what? I'm just going to do the... I shouldn't have taken the chance. Did I cut the one? I should have put them on separate. Yeah, I did that one. All right, come on. You know, it never fails when you go live. All right, let's try this again. It's deceiving on that one because you're looking at all the swirls. Okay, there. And the other ones, this one is probably the most time-consuming one. The other ones I'm going to show you, I have got some of them all ready to go. Okay, so now we have our hot cocoa. And so here is where you could make the decision as to whether or not you want to put it on a circle. Now you notice that some of these other ones that I did, I actually they were big enough that I could just put right onto the hot cocoa pack. So whether or not, actually, I think that actually looks fine. But we're going to need some, I need to move that over a bit. I just feel that this needs some glitter. So we're going to take this and just put some sparkle on there. Okay. And then this is where you can just put a little bit of glue right here. Doesn't have to be the whole amount. And I like to have it sticking up a little bit. So I would put it like right there. Now, like I said, I don't have the big Choco Pack, but I know it does fit into this size. So you would just put it in there like that. Okay, so that is that size. And then other ideas. What can you do? Okay, I'm going to show you what we can do. Here is another one. So here, I don't have the actual set for this one, but I have the designer paper. You like that? And it's so easy, Kathy. You can do it like assembly line and boom, they can be done. And for this one, I had a little, all kinds of options for this one. So, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's first of all, let's cut this. No, it's cut. Let's get the scoreboard. Okay. So do you remember what's got to do? At first, it was tempting to go all the way down the line. Don't do that. Okay, and this one, I'm going to make a smaller one. Make sure it stays there. Okay, remember, rotate one way, and then you're going to start there and down. Okay, so again, this is where you are going to look at your lines. And like I say, if it's easier to score the lines first, you can do that if you need to see where they are. I think I can see them. Okay. And then, do you remember what the next step is? Punch the corners. So I'm going to punch those corners. So even if you don't have a lot of products, all you need to have is some designer paper, which I think we all have lots of that. Oh, I was going to go this way, which we all seem to have lots of. So this is also another really good way to use up the designer paper. So there we go. We've creased those holes. Okay. And so here again is the smaller one. So I think I got to get my hot cocoa. Come back here, hot cocoa. We got to have that ready. Okay. So I am going to put some glue this time. I'm going to try it with glue. Let's try it. But just make sure you don't get it. Oopsie, look what I forgot to do. Remember what I said? Put the hot cocoa in there. You just don't want it to go over and then it's sticking to your hot cocoa and you can't get your hot cocoa out. That would not be good. Okay, now this one I think I better stick to, I've lost my tape. Nope, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to show you another way. So that one we stamped and we then put it on. Okay, so this one, we're going to put something else onto this one. So there's several different ways, and I'm going to show you two different ways that you can do this one. And this is the Snowy Days paper, which is adorable. Okay, so again, now we're going to take all of these off. My fingers will be cooperating. There, seal it a little bit more. You definitely have to have them pressed down so you can peel them off. Come on. Okay. So as you can see on this paper, there's already some snow globes on there. So there is some snowman, and instead of fussy cutting it like the reindeer I did, so again, you're going to take this now, kind of push it down, go down to the point, and then down the sides. And if it changes your corner a little bit, it's okay. The fact is you just want it to line up there. Now there is a little bit showing here. I am not going to worry about it because it's going to be covered up. So there's two options here. I have, again, the two punches that are available online. This particular one is the 2-inch, and I'm going to cut out one circle out of garden green, and I am going to place that on here. Actually, no, maybe we wanted it even bigger. Do we want it bigger? Do we want it bigger? I think we want it bigger. How come I pulled out that one? Let's see what looks better. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to test this out. So this is one idea that you, yeah, that's much better. So you could put this cute little guy, and I just fussy cut them, and I know fussy cutting, but these globes are like so easy to cut out. They are not complicated at all. So basically, you could put that cute little snowman in there like that. Or you could take this snowman, and you want to make sure you have enough room, but take your punch and actually, let's see if we can get him in a smaller one. Yeah, I think so. Depending on the color of your hot cocoa pack, you could get away with not putting it on an overlay. However, I don't know. It's too light with the pool party and the green. So that's why, where are we gonna put this here? I thought it would be better to have it highlighted like that. So you didn't have to do any fussy cutting with that one. You can just then put that on here. So I'm just trying to show you a bunch of different ways. So here you can just punch it out, and then you could put it on the front, or you could fussy cut one of the cute little globes, and there are many cute ones in there, and you could put that. Now, when I put them on, I should say I do not glue it all down. I tend to just take some of the glue and I go down a bit like that, maybe a little bit on each edge. But I don't want, I want it to have that texture. I'm going to go up a bit of lifting here on the sides a bit. Okay, so there you have that. Or like you say, or you could do the bigger snowman. So there's one idea. We're not done yet. Now, here is another kind of paper. This paper is actually one-sided, but you can see the beautiful gold in it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And so I'm going to have to move these guys out of the way. My piles get, my desk isn't big enough. Okay, so, oh dear. See, my desk isn't big enough, but I should be putting this back where it's supposed to. Again, you are going to line it up. You are not scoring. You're going to line it up. So we're going to go down. Again, I'm going to make these smaller. Right now, this is the hot cocoa packs I have. So again, rotate it once this way and this way. Now, you think, what are you going to do with this one? Well, you will see. Obviously, where is my scissors now? Everything's hiding. Okay, so again, this is where, can you see where I'm doing the little notch on this side and this side? Like I say, sometimes it's a little tricky with the printed paper to see. Okay, so here we go now. Whoops, nope, we're not. See, sometimes I can get a little ahead of myself, but we want to round those corners because it does make a big difference. So we're gonna round off all the corners. And you can see how you could very quickly do a whole bunch of the, oopsie, that's the one we don't. So go this way and this way. Now I'm going to grab my hot cocoa pack again. I don't know if I would necessarily put the turtles one in here, but anyway, it gives us a bit of an idea what we want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to put this like that. Smooth out my hot cocoa. Put this end down. And this is again where, I guess that if I wasn't doing it live, I would probably continue doing the glue, but we don't have much time, so we're not going to wait for glue to dry. And now I can't, oh, there it is. Okay, so what do you think you would use with this fancy paper? Well, I thought of something with this one. I don't know if it's necessarily fancy, but I thought it would look really nice, especially because I wanted to use specific colors. I'm going to put a little bit more in that one corner. We do want that corner to stick really well, and we want these two corners to stick well. So the one that I thought with this one would be very cute would be the house. And don't worry, I've already colored it. So there we have, because this paper is using the cherry cobbler paper color cardstock. And so that's why I thought, okay, I think that would look really, really nice by using that. So let's just get our last two pieces off. Come on. Okay, and hot cocoa's already in there. So push it down from the bottom, go up to the middle, and now go down on the sides. Okay, so then now we have our cute little house. And again, this is where you could decide whether you wanted to put it on a circle. Let's see what it would look like if we did it on a circle. What do you think looks better? Big one, little one? I don't know. Let's just do both and then we can compare. That's that size, 2-inch and the 2 1/4. Let's see. So the nice thing is, at least with this one, is you could go up. I think kind of, let's see, little. And sometimes the little is just, you could even put that down. Actually, I kind of like that. So you don't have to cover the whole thing. I'm just going to make sure that it covers on the bottom. So it's not going to look like a circle on the bottom here. I'm just going to put this covering the bottom, but that way the top is there. And remember what I said is you don't need much glue. You could pop it, but I find because it's quite rounded with the hot cocoa, you really don't need it, and it will have that raised look anyway by not doing the edges. So now you've got the two edges there. So there is that hot cocoa. Okay, now one more, and then I'm going to show you a variety that you could do with that particular one. So again, as you can see here, again, that was my favorite, one of my favorites, the Humble Home. Do it one more time, and then I've got 3 options that you can do to decorate this one. So let's get our points lined up. Yep, and down. And I will put the measurements on the site for you, so that, including on YouTube, so that you have that measurement for either size of hot cocoa. I showed you one that I did with the bigger one, but I have currently only the smaller packs. So we're going to cut those guys out. Okay, now you can see this one has quite a different color on the bottom. Now where's my hot cocoa pack? Smooth it out again. All right, and now we're going to put some glue. You like these? And they're so easy to make, Jenny. And it's fun to see how different you can make them just by changing up the paper or changing up the die cut or whatever you're going to put, punch, all those different things. I'm just going to put this on here for a minute. Actually, go this way. Can you still see? Yep, you can still see. Okay, so then here we're now going to put these guys. So yeah, you could go real fancy and decorate in a lot of different ways, but if you want to just keep it simple, especially if you're doing a large volume of these, um, it's a nice, easy way, and yet could be a stocking stuffer or little gift for co-workers or a senior or a neighbor, or like I'm doing with Freddie for staff. Just so many different ways that you can just give a little something. So Freddie will probably put a little card inside so that he can say Merry Christmas and add his name, of course, to it. But that will make it kind of special then for him and his staff at his program. All right. So get these guys, like I say, the tear and tape is probably the most time-consuming part. Make sure if you got something sticking out that you tuck it in. No, it's coming off. Come on. So right, this is what takes sometimes the time, especially with little nails. Okay, so here again, we are going to kind of squish it on the bottom. Oh, I just noticed. Okay, this one we did not round. Okay, well, this one we're not rounding. Guess what we forgot to do. Okay, and go off to the side. But we will round off the top. Definitely. So if you forget like I do there, then just make sure you do the one at the top, because really the other ones get hidden pretty easily. So here's some options. You could take the, oh, let's get another smaller one of these here. Yes, they do. And because they don't have a lot of other fancy things in them, they're at a lower price range. And so then, yeah, then at least you can make a whole bunch, and people are more willing to buy them because they're a lower price. So you can see how you could do the deer. You could cut out one of these little presents, or a few of them presents. This is again the reindeer paper, so that would work also with that. And then you could also, I had colored this earlier. Here is the cute little stocking. So of course you would just use the dies, but you could put that on there. Now these three papers come from the Deck a Bow. Uh, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Like this color would be amazing. I love this one. And what's nice about even this one, it's stripes, but it doesn't matter which way the stripes are going. So they all look very lovely on it. So here is again another way. And if I was going to put this one on, I wouldn't put a circle around it because it's pretty big. So there you see a whole bunch of different ideas. Let me just bring them all in here now. Some of them don't have the hot cocoa. Let me bring in some of these other ones so you can see. Like I said, that was one earlier. And then this one would be a bigger one for the hot cocoa packs. I also want to show you another one that I did. And like I said, you could also stick the candy cane in there too. If you have, a little while ago, we had the treat bags. I don't know if they're still on clearance or not, but we had these treat bags. And what I did is I cut our gift card holder, which is right here. So this middle-sized one is the perfect size for a gift card. And so what I did is I put that on there, and then I just wrapped the ribbon around. And then I took two Mercy chocolates and I taped them together so that they stick out, because I had these specialty hot cocoa packs. And so you can take that hot cocoa pack, and you could also put a candy cane in there too. And that way you have a gift card holder with the hot cocoa. And these bags, of course, they're already done. The only thing I did do is I did fold them up a little bit and glued them down just so that they could be sticking out and you could still see what's in there. So this is the pack that had all these different colors. And I did the boho blue as well, which looked really nice. And of course, they're sold out, so it must have been a popular one. And like I say, then we have all of these different types here. So, but it's all the same 6x6 paper. And like I say, just a teeny little adjustment if you're making the bigger one for the bigger hot cocoa packs. But I will list below the measurements. And yeah, have fun, ladies, because it is endless what kind of designer paper you can use. And it's a good way, like I said, to use up the designer paper. If there's one you're going, oh boy, I'm going to have a lot of paper left. Good way to do it. So there we go. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you have some others, I'd love to see what you create as well. And I appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much, ladies. All right. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.